because the judge was extremely unfriendly to Janine. And frankly, I think she choked because the judge was really vicious.
What did the judge do so viciously? Ask for evidence of any kind whatsoever that actually indicates that the people you're accusing are guilty? What a terrible, terrible anti-American judge.
Instead of going after the people that did it, the judge went after her.
Of course, that makes sense. We have a lot of judges like that. Trump, you understand that Republicans control every branch of government right now, and you've appointed most of these fucking corrupt, disgusting people. One had the nerve to ask for evidence instead of going after the people that did it. Maybe the judge wants to go after the people that did it, but you do have to provide evidence. I know that's really inconvenient, isn't it?
And went after her department. And I guess she choked. I don't know what the hell happened.
Are you reconsidering her role?
I don't know what you don't. You're fake news. Don't ever talk again. You're fake news. One of the worst in the business.
He's so embarrassing. He is such a child. I couldn't write a comedy skit that makes fun of him worse than he makes fun of himself. What a fucking embarrassing, immature piece of trash. And the crazy thing is, what the reporter asked could have been something that he salivated over. Like, he was excited to be able to have the opportunity to say, yes, she's fired. You're fired. Bring me back to my glory days of being a TV reality show star, which got me into the eyes of moronic Americans as someone who's worthy of leading the country. Jesus fucking Christ.
Fortunately, nobody watches you, but
belittling people, lashing out, finding immature ways to avoid questions. Yeah. Rich Paul, LeBron, Donald Trump.
Something happened. There was graffiti all over it. I won't say what was on the sidewalk, but horrible.
Really? Really? Why haven't we seen pictures of this? Is this graffiti as terrible as the fake graffiti that was on LeBron's house when he arrived in LA?
Horrible, horrible, disgusting stuff. And not only did we fix it, we have military standing there watching it. And if anybody touches it, that was the one mistake with the reflecting pond. They hadn't put up the cameras yet.
The one mistake, well, as Piero found out, there were a lot of mistakes, and they're because of you and your no-bid contract. But yeah, she's taking the consequences for it while you continue to place blame elsewhere. And what would repairs on the pool itself have to do with cameras pointed at the pool not being running? That doesn't make any sense at all.
They had enough up because you see what's happening.
Enough. And we see what's happening. If it was enough and we saw what was happening, these people would be prosecuted. Let's not pretend like liberals are running your courts and letting anti-American vandals off, despite the fact that you have a bunch of evidence against them. You accused innocent people to deflect from your no-bid contract over a stupid fucking expenditure of American dollars in the first place.
But if they would have had him up, we would have had it would have been a lot easier.
You know what he almost said right there? He almost said, we would have had a lot of evidence. And of course, Piero and these other people said that they had an overwhelming amount of evidence. They were being so fucking full of bravado and machismo, which apparently people think that this guy has as machismo. Talking out your ass and never being able to back it up is not machismo. It's cowardly. It's bullshit. It's a lack of accountability. Let's go back to the world of LeBron James and his fucking fan base. You're the same goddamn people.
And I was disappointed with Janine Pirro. Really disappointed with Janine Pirro. She
great performance right there. Boy, that was energetic. We're impressed, Mr. Slunched Over, Mr. Hunchback, Mr. Shits himself in the Oval Office while falling asleep all the time. How dare she not manage to prosecute innocent people without any goddamn evidence? How dare you? How many people has this motherfucker gone after since he was in office that has amounted to nothing? I've heard since day one treason. I don't want to call it treason, but I'll say it's pretty much treason. And then he tries to go after anyone and everyone, and it hasn't amounted to anything because there isn't anything there. But you know what you're not thinking about are the Epstein files.
She folded like an umbrella, and people get away with things, and it's a disgrace.
People get away with things. It's a disgrace for all the hateful MAGA fucks out there. That's all they needed to hear. And now they're angry just because Trump said some generic shit without any base. And by the way, he was so mean about Puro right there. How dare he lash out at a reporter who dares to say, are you reconsidering her position? I mean, what other conclusion would someone draw after listening to this? Anyway, that was just my introduction. Let's get into the rest of this. And we're actually going to go back in history a little bit. This is pretty low on the list of topics that seem worthy of talking about, and yet I keep feeling the desire to talk about it. And indeed, it keeps popping up in different ways in the news. And then I thought, wait, this is actually very worth talking about. It's just not quite as terrible as everything else that Trump is doing. Which is saying a lot because this is accusing an innocent person of something that he didn't do, defaming the person, even having the person arrested. Jesus Christ, dude. This is so embarrassing. The vindictiveness with which Trump announced that this person was guilty and we got him. And the Department of Justice and all of his fucking yes men and women. The Department of Justice isn't even supposed to be his, but it is. It's his to do his personal bidding. And then all these people who try to save their jobs because the only reason that they have their jobs is because they proved that they were suckasses in the first place. I mean, how many fucking Fox TV show hosts now hold important places in the government? My God. Don't ever call anyone on the left woke when you fucking have news show hosts suddenly put in positions in the government? Oh, okay. Here we go. All right. So these people ended up finding themselves in sticky situations because, well, you falsely accused people of things and you tried to create animosity on the right and the left, and tried to play the blame game, which is what the Trump administration is all about. Also, what LeBron James's camp is all about. But I'd say today is going to be probably 99% focused on Trump. It still relates to the LeBron camp because you're the same small-minded type of mentality. Cult members that eagerly accept any nonsense that you hear because it allows you to continue in your culthood. Anyway, so these people who got their jobs just because they were suckasses and now have to do whatever their boss tells them to do because they aren't actually carrying out their jobs because of their capabilities or because they earned the right to be there. They got that job because they said, yeah, I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do, even if that's against the law. That's the Department of Justice we're talking about, not obeying the law in order to be sycophants for Trump. Anyway, when you claim that you have evidence and when you defame a person by saying things that aren't true about them, and then you can't back that up. And in fact, you not only can't back it up, but there's evidence to the contrary of what you said. Well, you find yourself in a tough situation. I haven't seen the update if she's finally been fired. By the way, this is one of yours. Are you guys proud of this? Is this what you conservatives are proud of? This thing, this creature that is supposed to be a woman? This is what you guys are proud of? Speaking of getting fired for not being able to deliver fake information as the truth, I hear the new jobs report was bad again. I guess Trump's going to fire this person too, because that's what happened with the last jobs report that he didn't like. Oh, just keep denying and firing and blaming. I'm going to start with something from a couple of weeks ago. This is, not the worst of what has happened to the Trump gang, the Trump mafia. And this was on Fox Live, and it was actually somewhat measured of a delivery, but I want you to look at what they show. This is them talking about having evidence of vandals. I'm obviously I'm laughing because I could draw a circle around anyone anywhere, and the fact that you've highlighted them must mean that they're up to no good. Is that a child? I think it's a child, but let's pause it. I backed out a little bit so I could show you what I want to demonstrate. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 people working on the pool next to someone who is supposedly vandalizing the pool. Hang on, that's not enough. I see 2 mowers and I see guys with their worker vests on. So that's additional people who should be aware of what's happening. Broad daylight. How many people are there right now? And the fact that someone was leaning in and touching the water. I mean, you could make as good of a case that the people working on the pool are causing damage if you want to compare it to what that child leaning over and dipping her hands into the water is doing. I mean, the shit that you all... I just want to know how many of you this worked on. Honestly, how many of you thought, oh, look, there's somebody, because they fucking put a highlight circle right next to people working on the pool. Like if there was an alert about vandalism, you'd think that maybe the people working there would notice something like this, or the people walking by would report it. I mean, this is not proof of a damned thing. Like this, if this is what you have, this is what you have. Holy shit. Speaking of, we haven't seen evidence yet. We have not seen actual fucking evidence yet of any kind. And now let's get to some of these quotes.
The vandalism is very real, despite what Tim Walz wants to say. It's an imaginary problem. No, it is not. It's a very real problem.
Reflecting pool is so beautiful. They tried to destroy it. They cut it up with a buck's knife and tried to destroy it.
A lot of people, when this first happened with the pool, didn't believe the president that there was vandalism. That's not the case.
Yeah. It's not the case at all. In fact, I was at the reflecting pool yesterday. There not only is a vandalism that is reflected in today's indictment, but there is a cutting of the liner of the pool at the base of the pool for several yards across the pool. And someone was intent on doing incredible damage to the pool.
The contractors who did the initial work with the reflecting pool, are they to blame for the current condition, or is it
No,
the
we had
vandals?
vandalism. Vandals.
But it peeled off. Why? Why did that happen? Do you know?
It didn't peel off. There was vandalism. There was box cutters. There have been 7 arrests. There was people literally trying to destroy part of a monument. The reflecting pool is not just a pool on the mall. It is part of the Lincoln Memorial. And if anybody says that they're going to go and vandalize that, it's no different than if someone was throwing.
And you're 100% sure that what happened with the liner was vandalism. You can prove it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely can. And as we drain it, and we've got all the photographs we can see. I mean, there's no possible way.
You have photographs of a person or people cutting a 300 or 350 foot gash in the bottom of the reflecting pool?
Dana, I'm not sure why you and others in the media think that you want to keep trying to question whether or not they.
There we go. There's a good stopping point, because we can definitely relate to that in the LeBron James world. You can't ask anything that actually happened in the basketball game. You can't ask LeBron James why he fucked up or caused the team to lose. You can only ask LeBron James questions that set him up to compliment himself. Now, what this person is asking is very reasonable. There's a huge difference between you having pictures of a pool that looks like shit and without any other evidence next to the pictures of a pool that looks like shit. The pool can look like shit for a lot of fucking reasons. So it's very reasonable to say, oh, you have pictures of people actually damaging the pool, and he plays the victim card. I don't want to hear any of you fucking Republicans calling the left woke when you play the victim card. Anytime anyone asks a reasonable question, you sit up there defaming people, committing libel, and being divisive assholes about everything, making outrageous claims without evidence constantly. And you want to make other people feel bad because they actually have the nerve to ask a reasonable question while you're in the middle of spewing bullshit? You know what? That montage is worth a little rewind. We're going to go piece by piece.
The vandalism is very real, despite what Tim Walz wants to say. It's an imaginary problem. No, it is not. It's a very real problem.
Yeah, it's about as real as this fucking beta bitch's hair and skin. Anyone ever been arrested? Being arrested is not a good time. And when people get arrested because you need someone to blame, that's fucked up. How long did they keep that Olympic athlete in custody? Like, you're fucking with somebody's life. You just removed them from their life and imprisoned them. I mean, a lot of fucking shit happens when you get taken away from your life unexpectedly.
Reflecting pool is so beautiful. They tried to destroy it. They cut it up with a buck's knife and tried to destroy it.
Every single one of you that supports this urine stain needs to be ashamed of yourselves. The only thing he has going is arrogance, just completely unadulterated arrogance. He has zero shame. He has no problem lying out of his fucking ass. And that works on dumb people, just like LeBron James. LeBron James sits up there, arrogant as fuck, makes his eyes really big, talks to the press in a demeaning manner, tells his lies with confidence, and dipshits like LeBron fans and Trumpy dumpies eat it up. Explain this to me. How does he know that it was a box cutter? Nobody's shown. This is the same dipshit who bragged about how strong the lining was and that it would not be damageable. And now a box cutter? A box cutter? A box cutter is what tore a 350-foot gash in your undamageable super rubber? You dipshit. Let's say somewhere down the road, some evidence did appear indicating that it was a box cutter. He certainly doesn't have that evidence right now. He doesn't know that right now. Where is he getting this box cutter shit from? He is spewing absolute fucking nonsense to the world, and you people are okay with it. Why can't he just hold his tongue and be like, we're not sure what happened yet, but we're looking into it? Because that's what a responsible person, that's what a mature person would do. That's what you should do when you don't fucking know the answer. But you know what this is? This is an opportunity for him to create division. He goes on talking about sick people and deranged people, and that it's obviously the left. It's obviously the left that wanted to do this because they didn't want me to have a good 250th. Also, notice that Trump used the word they, and Rick Bucher pointed this out a long time ago, that both LeBron's camp and Trump's camp like to refer to this mysterious group known as they without ever being more specific. They did this and they did that. They wanted a ballroom. Who? I'm still waiting to hear who wanted this ballroom. Besides you, you fucking weirdo, you fucking gold obsessed, fucking feminine piece of shit. They vandalized the pool. Who is it now? Antifa? Communists? The gays? The environmentalists? You fucking weirdo.
A lot of people, when this first happened with the pool, didn't believe the president that there was vandalism. That's not the case.
Yeah, it's not the case at all. In fact, I was at the...
Is that supposed to be a woman? Is this how the right is represented in the female category? Because that's a tranny if I've ever seen a fucking tranny. And I'm not here to rip on trannies. I just like to point out how hilarious it is that the right pretends that they have such masculine men and feminine women. What is that thing? That fake fucking plastic mold underneath 10,000 layers of makeup and fake eyelash. Oh, right. A former Fox News host who got to head the Department of Justice. That makes a lot of sense.
Yesterday, there not only is a vandalism that is reflected in today's indictment, but there is a cutting of the...
I'm going to cut Beast Man off right there. There's vandalism and a cutting. What's the difference? She's talking about the same thing and trying to make it sound like there are multiple things, and that's not evidence. You are looking at the after effects of something that went wrong. And of course, my point is more easily made now that there's admission. Not only did they not produce evidence of vandalism, but there's admission that this thing was fucked up from the start. I'm just trying to drill into the brains of any of you dumb people who are still listening that what they keep calling evidence of vandalism is just evidence of a problem. There's no evidence of vandalism in their evidence of vandalism. We're not talking about a first-time lawyer or a law student or a sixth grade debate room. We're talking about someone representing the Department of Justice, presenting bullshit as evidence because that's what Trump wants her to do.
A liner of the pool at the base of the pool for several yards across the pool.
Several yards across the pool. I tell you what, if my woman ever came home with a voice like that, she gone. We're done. You fucking beast man.
And someone was intent on doing incredible damage.
There she goes. There's a play out of Trump's book using the word incredible. Incredible. Just incredible damage. What a fucking clown show we have running this country.
To the pool.
The contractors who did the initial work with the reflecting pool, are they to blame for the current condition, or is it
No,
the
we had vandalism.
Again, zero evidence of vandalism, especially not back on July 2nd. He doesn't fucking have a goddamn clue, and it doesn't stop him at all. This is the President of the United States of America, someone that you would hope could behave like a leader, an example, and he's doing the exact opposite. This goes way beyond Democrat and Republican. This is an embarrassing man. This is an embarrassing example of an adult. This is someone making outrageous claims. And this isn't a fucking fifth grader trying to get someone else in class in trouble. This is the president of the fucking United States looking for a scapegoat.
Vandalism.
But it peeled off. Why? Why did that happen? Do you know?
It didn't peel off. There was vandalism. There was box.
There was box, the LeBron James of feet. I mean, these people stutter over their goddamn lies. It didn't peel off because we have camera footage that it didn't peel off. We have camera footage of someone actually pulling it up. Nope, you don't. Otherwise, he would have said so. I mean, this is not exactly an administration that holds back on opportunities to throw people under the bus. If they had anything incriminating, everyone would have seen it as soon as humanly fucking possible. Instead, the best that they have to offer us is a highlight circle of someone bending down next to the pool, which, by the way, came after all these claims about vandalism. Like, how the fuck does this person over on the edge of the pool later in history, how does that relate to someone who put a 350-foot gash in there?
Box cutters.
Again, why the insistence on saying it was a box cutter? What evidence have they shown that indicates specifically that it was a box cutter, which, by the way, wouldn't be capable of cutting something as strong as Trump claimed it was?
There have been 7 arrests.
7 scapegoats whose lives are all fucked up because you guys needed a scapegoat. Thank God the Olympian was able to get a lawyer. I don't know how fucked these other people are that are getting scapegoated.
There was people literally trying to destroy part of a monument. The reflecting pool is not just a pool on the mall. It is part of the Lincoln Memorial.
Okay, so he said literally destroying the monument without evidence. Yeah, Jesus Christ, could you abuse the word literally any more than LeBron James or Rich Paul would destroy a word of the English language? But in the middle of spewing that bullshit, he then tries to bring in patriotism. This is about the Lincoln Memorial. They're attacking a piece of America. They, you know, whoever it is that you don't have evidence against. But hey, you know what? Again, remind your fucking Fox crowd that this is evil liberals attacking America, even though there isn't any goddamn evidence.
And if anybody says that they're going to go and vandalize that, it's
says they are going to go and vandalize it? What people were announcing it? People announced they were going to go vandalize this now? Or where did that come from?
it's no different than if someone was throwing.
And you're 100% sure that what happened with the liner was vandalism. You can prove it.
Oh yeah, absolutely can. And as we drain it, and we've got all the photographs, we can see.
Absolutely. Look how confident I am. That fools stupid people. We have all the photographs. Yes, you have photographs of a fucked up pool, which, as many intelligent people pointed out from the very beginning, seemed to indicate that there was a problem from the start, from the installation, from the no-bid contract, from someone who donated to Trump's campaign. Nothing suspicious about that at all. Let's just look past that and start blaming fucking liberals. I've already said this a zillion times, but taking photos of the after effects of something that went wrong is not evidence of someone doing it. In fact, let's see some video of the installation process. Then we'll show you the vandal.
I mean, there's no possible way.
She's about to interrupt him, but this is worth talking about also. There's no possible way. He just exclaimed that there is no possible way, and yet there absolutely was a possible way for this to have happened. It's called shitty installation.
Photographs of a person or people cutting a 300 or 350-foot gash in the bottom of the reflecting pool.
And we're back to where we started with this montage. A reasonable question. I mean, I'd want to know, do you have actual footage of people doing it? That's not an unreasonable question. I think everyone would like to see that if it exists. That's not even a difficult journalism question. I don't even know if I can commend her for being brave. People, you didn't think that at home? You weren't literally sitting there thinking while he's claiming to have all this evidence, oh, wow, you have footage of the people doing it? I mean, it's a natural thought. It's a natural conclusion. She's like, wow, that's what you have footage of that? And he doesn't. And so he plays the victim card. She's anti-American. She's Antifa. She's a communist. Just like Trump claims every single time a reporter asks him a question that, I'm not even going to say a hard question, anything that isn't just sucking up to him, he can't answer, just like LeBron James.
Dana, I'm not sure why you and others in the media think that you want to keep trying to question whether or not they...
Yes, so unreasonable for people in the media to ask reasonable questions. How at least he didn't call her fake news like the bitch Trump does. Man, 23 minutes and I haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet.